Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to another day in the life of a truck driver. If you followed me last night, you know we got emptied over there at the Walmart and had a little bit of dinner and went to bed. And got up this morning, got a hold of my dispatcher, the scope dope, as we call them in the industry, the scope dopes. Anyway, she found me a load picking up here in Russellville, Arkansas, with a load of chicken. So we're over here at the Americold distribution center. Let me give you a shot of where we're at. There we go. So here at the Americold distribution center in Russellville, Arkansas, and we will be waiting on the door. We're just waiting for the guy to come over and get me and say you are ready to go back into a door. Unfortunately, that hasn't quite happened yet. But we're heading up to Faribault, Minnesota, and that's right just south a little bit of the Minneapolis-St. Paul area. And I tell you, the rates are really bad. This one's paying $2.35 a mile, and the rate should be double that. I mean, we should be up, or at least $3.50 a mile. So we're down about $1 or so a mile, and you know, that's a $1,000 difference from what I should be making. You know, especially when fuel is, you know, taking the difference. You know, fuel goes up, the rate should go up. Supply and demand. I mean, y'all hear on the news, don't you, how there's a shortage of truck drivers and we have a shortage of supply chain, not enough freight, our shelves are empty. Well, then why aren't we shipping things to these areas? Well, I'm going to tell you why. We don't have a shortage. You know, these warehouses are full. It's just the powers that be aren't letting it be released to the stores to give the illusion that we have no stuff. Now, granted, there are some things that we are shorter of because of the, you know, people not wanting to go to work anymore, you know, because they'd rather get a paycheck from Uncle Sam than actually go to work. So, I mean, there is a limited things, you know, like microchips out of China and a lot of things out of China. We do get a lot of food type products too out of China. A lot of packaging material comes out of China. So there is a certain slowdown, of course. Hey, sorry about that. We had a little bit of a phone call interrupting me. So anyway, so yeah, so there is a little bit of a little bit of holding back of the supplies to the stores to kind of create that panic. And I mean, it is an election year. Things like this happen during election years. That way it gives each party something to fight about as to why you should vote for me. So I have a feeling the way the votes are going to go this November, I've been watching all the local elections all over the country, and I'm so far liking what I'm seeing. So we'll kind of have to see what happens with the big one in November. Anyway, I've had a few people comment on my equipment, what I'm doing. You know, since I started this channel, I've been trying to learn more, I don't know, videography, cinematography, whatever. So I've been studying up on, you know, the different, you know, frame rates and things like that. I want to know what kind of camera I'm using, things like that. So I figured I'll use this video today to kind of show you my equipment and what I'm using. The phone that I'm using, which I'm recording on, so I can't show you that, but I'm got the Galaxy S22 Ultra, and I shoot in 1080p at about 30 frames a second. You know, depending on where I'm at. I have my this is from Newer, I believe. This one here, this is the an ND filter. It's as you can see, it's adjustable, so I can turn it and you should be able to see how it will lighten up, darken up. So depending on what we need as far as that goes, you know, we have that for the camera, and I've got a lot of other filters as well for the actual camera itself. And sorry, we're tracking here. I needed to quit tracking. So I'm also using this. I can actually get a picture of, so hold on. I am using the DJI Osmo Mobile 6, or the DJI OM6, and I've got it on a U-Rig monopod, I guess is what they call it, and that's kind of what I have everything setting on here as far as the truck is concerned. So with the DJI, I also have the fill light. This is from DJI. This doesn't come with the OM6 package. You got to purchase this separately. I think it's about $50 on the Amazon site. But you know, if you're shooting in low light, it has 3 settings. You got a low, medium, and high. Then you also have a color detector. You can go with just white. You can go with a darker brown, or, you know, yellows. And I'm not sure if it's coming out in the video that well. But anyway, this is good too. This one here just it sticks right on the back, so it gives you good fill light for when you're working at night. So we've used that a few times. As a matter of fact, last night I used that light when I was going to bed. I didn't actually have it on the camera. I had it sitting up above me overhead. If you watch the video, you saw me reaching for it to turn it off. So it fills up really well, the night light. So that's what we got for the camera, along with, let's see, we got a whole little bag of goodies here. But for the phone, I've also got the set of the Biscayne, or the Bastion. I think that's how you say it, Bastioni or Bastion. These are all the different filters, lenses that I have that come with this. So included in this is a bunch of ND filters. Got quite a few, several filters, ND filters. Got some light starburst filters. It has a little bitty tripod. Got a telephoto lens. It's a pretty decent package, actually. I think this was only like $30, but it comes with like 6 different lenses. Decent little aluminum tabletop tripod. It's got a eye cover if you want to use your telephoto lens like a telescope. And then of course it has the clips for the different filters, and as well as a phone mount holder. Never really had to use this because I've got my gimbal, but that's what I use for the lenses on the phone. Right now I'm not using any lenses to film this. We are all natural, but so that's kind of what we're using for the camera. I got a few other little gadgets as far as the microphones go. I do have an external microphone that I'm using. You can see here. This is the Ulanzi J12, and it's in a nice case. Comes with 2 microphones as well as the receiver, and it's in a nice little case that's rechargeable. You can use that so it keeps your mics charged up. This has got 3 separate noise canceling modes on it, which is really good. So for the price, I think these were like $50. So they work pretty good. So that's kind of my camera setup, what I've got to work with. So the newest addition, of course, to the channel is my aerial camera. This is the DJI Mini 3 Pro. So this just came out this year. I think May or June of this year, I think, is when it came out with. I also bought now all of this stuff did not come with the case. This was separate. The case is a Start RC case that had 7 accessories that came with it. One of the accessories was 2 glass covers for the remote. It also came, I believe, with a came with a little set of landing gear. Up in the air as far as the landing gear goes. You know, I can launch it pretty well from my hand and take off and land it. You know, the one thing I do kind of like about the landing gear, and this one here is pretty small and light. It's, I mean, I don't even think I'm sure it weighs more than a gram, so it does put my DJI at over the 250 gram limit. Some people say you don't need them, some people say you do. I don't mind them, and I think especially when it does come to landing, you know, it's just a little bit more protection, because this here is the actual DJI itself. And let me go over this really quick, and I'll go back to the landing gear as to why I think it's great. This one of the other accessories it came with was a strap for the keeping the props from getting, you know, broken or whatever. I mean, there's so many other things you can use, but whatever. But open this up here. So the two on the top, of course, open upwards. The two on the bottom fold down like that. And then, of course, you have the cover for the camera itself, which just, you know, clips on. So as you can see, you got your gimbal here in your camera, and there's not a whole lot of room from your landing gear to your camera. So when you're landing, you know, you can get pretty close to that lens. So having the legs on it, you know, depending on where you're going to be landing, I don't think is a bad deal. To be honest with you, I don't think there's a problem in having that. So that just kind of raises the plane up, or the aircraft up off the ground a little bit more. Kind of gives you, I believe, a little bit more security or more protection into the glass. You can see I do have an ND8 filter on here. This is from Newer. It's the Newer ND8 filter that I have. So that there is my DJI Mini Mobile 3. Along with this case, or this product, I also upgraded the controller from the standard controller to the RC controller. The RC has the built-in screen, as opposed to having to mount your cell phone on top of it and use it. So I think for the extra little bit of money, I really opted for the screen here, and it's a really a nice vibrant screen, and it works really well. You know, that way it kind of leaves, you know, your cell phone to take other pictures or take phone calls or whatnot. You're not, you know, using your phone and not being able to use your phone while you're flying your aircraft. So this works really well. I'm very happy with this. Been a first-time flyer. I'm really enjoying it. It's got a lot of options. The tracking option is really cool. A lot of the magic shots, like the video I did the other day of my clubhouse, I just zoned in on the clubhouse, hit a couple, you know, buttons for a magic shot, and the drone started taking all the pictures by itself. You know, so that's really handy. Does a lot of good things. So that's that. I also comes with, you know, a couple extra set of props. The Fly More kit that I also purchased comes with a charger and 2 extra batteries. And then, of course, I've got, you know, set of filters here for the drone. I also have another full set of filters here as well. And all the way from an ND8 to, I think, an ND124, and then there's an adjustable lens as well. So that's the package that I'm running as far as all of my video and photography goes. So hopefully we'll be getting better at the flights with the drone, so that we can start incorporating that. I am going to get my Part 107 license, so that we can do commercially. There's some other things that I've been wanting to do for a while, that now that I have this, I have the option to do that. You know, because you have to have a license if you're wanting to fly commercially, you know, making money with the drones. and there's a lot of ways that you can make money with the drones. So the better you get, of course, the more money you make. So anyway, we're looking at some options. I've already got some things set up to where I can make a little bit of money with this, but I need to get my license first before I charge. Right now I'm doing a few things, like the one video for my clubhouse area where I live. You know, they didn't have anything, so I did that for them, and I actually edited it a lot more, so there's more to that video than what I put up on the other day. That was something that I just threw together in like the first 10 minutes, really. But it's pretty cool. So that is the setup that I'm using out here on the road. So if y'all have any suggestions on how to get better with these things, or tips or tricks, if y'all are having any of these things, I'm certainly well open for those. I watch a lot of YouTube University videos, and you know, with those, you know, you gotta keep in mind who's showing you what you're looking at, and you know, why are they showing you that. In other words, you know, you get influencers out here that want to sell you a product because maybe they're, you know, getting paid by them or sponsored by them, or they just have an agenda. So, you know, you definitely want to be mindful of what you watch out there on YouTube, because it may not be exactly the way they say it is, so don't believe everything you hear. I'm 57 years old. I've learned that don't believe everything you hear. I watch everything, though, and I think the more you watch, the more you can actually kind of start seeing what's a load of BS, and, you know, what's exaggerated a little bit to make the film better, or the presentation better. I try to be just up the front and real as I can. You know, it is what it is. Either you like it or you don't. That's the way life is, unfortunately. So anyway, that's about it for today. Don't want to wrap it up too long. I am in my door now getting loaded. They backed me into a door a little bit ago, so I figured I'd take this time to just kind of do a different video from normal as to really what it is that I'm shooting with that you're watching. So if you guys have suggestions on content, I am certainly all ears. So I do also use Lightroom for my editing. I also use InShot. You'll notice a lot of my videos are done on InShot. I may actually, though, edit them in Lightroom or something else before I get it up to InShot. But I get all my music and sound effects through Epidemic sound. You notice in some of my videos where I'm going under the underpasses, I got a little whoosh sound. That's actually a fireball. That's the sound of a fireball. It's about the best one I was able to find to use. Boy, that's tricky trying to time that just right, because there's, you know, so many. There's only so much you can do as far as moving it on your timeline, but it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing those hyperlapse videos and finding some cool music to go along with it, and everything. But at the same time, you don't want to do too many of those, because I don't know, you've seen one, you're starting to see them all. So I'm trying to you know, get some ideas as far as what to do. So if you have any ideas, hey, send them my way. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I appreciate you all joining, and thanks for watching. Please, if you like this, hit that like button. You know, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share my videos. Over 200 subscribers now. Appreciate all of you guys that have been subscribing. I hope that I'm giving you what you want, and if not, let me know. I try to answer every comment, and certainly look for help, you know, in any aspect, to give you guys what you need and what you're looking for. So, all right, well, that's going to wrap it up again, as I said before. So thanks for joining, and everybody, y'all have a great day.